relationships, intimacy, and sexual wellness. Hey everyone, this is Ali Morris. I'm a somatic sexologist in Toowoomba City, and I'm going to tell you, these are some of the conversations I love to be having with people. And if you can hear my voice, then consider this your personal invitation to come along and enjoy Enlightenment in the Bedroom. It's our first launch event of having expert speakers speaking into the magic, the message, the wisdom around relationships, intimacy, and sexual wellness. These are the talks that we need to be having. And it's also, I think, the conversations that we're ready to explore. Real truths, real depths, real potent and transformative. So we have got Jess from Dorothy Way, who is a feminine embodiment coach. I'm thrilled that she's going to be sharing her magic message on stage with us. She's got so much embodied wisdom, so much heartfulness in the work that she does. So let's get a feel for Jess and grab your ticket if you haven't already. We are bringing Enlightenment in the Bedroom to Toowoomba, which we are so absolutely thrilled about bringing. And I have Jess from Dorothy Way, who will be one of our expert speakers. Jess speaks into feminine embodiment, and so I'm super thrilled that she will be bringing her magic and her wisdom and her message to our audience on the 26th of March for the Enlightenment of the Bedroom first launch here in Toowoomba. Okay, and I have a question for you then, Jess. What is one of the big ahas that you often hear when working with your clients around feminine embodiment?
Yeah, so the work that I do is really, it's really guiding women back into their body. And when you come back into your body and you feel all of the things that you haven't been feeling, when you start to release some of the tension and the contraction, you start to understand those like habitual holds and patterns that are in your body, you find spaciousness. And in that spaciousness, you find your truth. So one of the things that women will often say to me is that they feel like they came home. And I think that's profound in itself, to actually like fully realize who you are and the truth of who you are, and to be able to sit in that and to embody that without all of the labels and all of the stuff that goes on in the world. That's really powerful, and that's something that they often say. And within that, they're more self-expressed. They're more authentically themselves. They're more boundaried. They're stronger. They feel more confident about what they're pursuing, and they know what they like and what they don't like. So many of us live in that like apathetic, bland, numb world. We're going with the status quo. We're doing what is safe and feels safe, but is it really aligned with us? No.
Sounds like life-changing stuff, doesn't it, Jess? So what does home feel like? What does home feel like for women when it comes to embodiment? For me, personally, my home, that inner body embodiment piece, to me it feels like just this quiet stillness.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
The quiet stillness. For me, it feels like a very deep groundedness. There's that stillness, that calmness, I guess, that comes, and it feels like rock solid, you know, like it's unwavering, like it's a yes, it's a no, it's a this, it's a that. And within that, you know that your boat's going to rock sometimes, but you can navigate it back to the path. So, yeah. There's definitely a somatic feeling of coming home. Like it drops you down, it straightens your back, it just feels good.
Now, somatic, can you speak into that just briefly? Because even in my own field, like somatic is not a normal everyday word that we use. So can you just speak into what does somatic mean for you?
Well, soma is our body. So somatic is to feel, somatic is embodied work. It's to work with the body as opposed to the mind. The mind is part of the body though. So it's this broader feeling of the body. For me, it's very much about your nervous system, but also energetically what you feel.
And what's happening when we're always living from and doing from the mind? Like, what's that cultivating for feminine essence beings?
Yeah, well, when we're always in our head, our energy is getting like squeezed up and it's tight, like down in our pelvic bowl and in our genitals and in our hips and everything, and it's tight and it contracts and it's numb and it's just like all the energy is going up and out as opposed to down and in. And to me, the feminine energy, that which is non-gendered, it's that real, that earthy, that dynamic, that chaotic Shakti energy, that sits down in our pelvic bowls as women, but that essence is like deep down in our bodies. So this world is stressful and it has all of our energy like coming up there. We're tired and tense in our shoulders. We're completely disconnected from what's going down in our body, which means we're disconnected from our truth. We're disconnected from our capacity to feel pleasure. We're disconnected from our ability to ride through the full spectrum of emotions and sensations. It's really capped and narrowed and numb. So, yeah, we're only living a half life, I think.
Yeah, okay. So embodiment, when we were just talking about this before about feminine embodiment or embodiment in general, is it just women's work?
No. Everybody has a body.
Everybody has a body.
Yeah. And the feminine and the masculine, they're kind of like broad terms that we use in terms of describing polar ends or opposing complementary ends of energy, and they both exist in the same amount in a man as in a woman. And it's the emotion and the sensation and the feeling aspect, so it's super important for men and women, for everybody.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Jess. I'm so thrilled that, because you're based in Toowoomba, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how can we get a hold of you? How can we find more information about you? How can we Facebook stalk you? Instagram, you're quite active on Insta, aren't you?
Instagram's probably the best place to find me, which is Dorothy Way. You can just search for that. Otherwise, you could check out my website, which is www.dorothyway.com. And I offer relatively frequent blog posts and that kind of thing. Join my email list if you want some extra juicy tidbits now and again. Yeah,
I do really enjoy your Instagram page. Your imagery at the moment is sensational. Yeah, it's so deeply felt. I love your photos. And the other thing that I wanted to touch base on was what else do you do? So you do one-on-one facilitation work in group sessions.
Yeah, so currently in Toowoomba I'm offering a class called Embodied Alchemy.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's lovely, and it's a non-linear, non-habitual movement class which really encourages you to drop into your body and really just move with those sensations. And I offer basically like 4 different classes within that. So there's a sensitization class, a release class, a pleasure class, and a magnetism class.
Okay, and when's the next round of that starting?
They're held most Sundays. Just check my page and you can come along to one of those. So Sunday afternoons. I offer one-on-ones. I really love going in depth in like a longer coaching package. I think that's super transformational. Yeah.
I like the deeper journeys as well.
Yeah. But I'm available for lots of different things.
Awesome. Jess, once again, thank you so much. Are you excited about sharing your message on stage? How are you feeling about that?
Oh, super excited. I'd have to be honest and say there's like the underlying like nervousness, but that nervousness feels like excitement at the moment. I'm pumped that we're bringing this kind of stuff to